The whole Israelite community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. "You have killed the Lord's people," they said. Does this sound familiar to you, brothers and sisters? The last time that I was in this Monticello church, it was for a special meeting that was called. There was a spiritual battle in God's kingdom. And so it was thought to be good that we would gather members of God's kingdom from all over North American Zion and visit about these spiritual battles. And during that time, there was this accusation made towards God's kingdom. That this thought was even brought up that it was because of man's errors that 73 heresy happened. Some of God's children had lost this trust, lost this simple living faith. They had even began to accuse God's kingdom, accuse brothers who have long since passed and gained their reward in heaven, of causing a heresy in God's kingdom. Just like these followers of Korah did on the next morning. They went to Moses and Aaron and they started blaming Moses and Aaron for swallowing those travelers, when it was so clearly God's work and God's time. I wasn't around here during the 70s heresy, but I've visited with many other elders that have talked about that time. And they have talked about how difficult it was to travel in God's kingdom when there was another spirit battling or warring against the voice of the Good Shepherd. But then they also talked about this, that when that time came for God to cleanse his kingdom, that even though, of course, it was hard, yet they rejoiced at the peace that remained after that heresy. And so we can also, in childlike faith, trust those older brothers that lived through and sisters that lived through that heresy.